Israel claims that more than 800 rockets have been fired by Hamas since the offensive began a week ago. This video was released by Hamas's military wing, the Qassam Brigades, and shows domestically produced rockets being fired at Tel Aviv. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claims he will use any means necessary to stop them. And amid growing international calls for a ceasefire, the country ramps up its preparations for a possible ground invasion. RT's Paula Slier is in Tel Aviv at the moment to find out how Israelis themselves see the offensive.
Most Israelis support their military's airstrikes over Gaza, seeing it as a legitimate response to defend their country's borders. But at the same time, people here are afraid. The Iron Dome anti-missile defense system intercepts around 90% of rockets. It's that 10% that remains that has seen some narrow misses.
Who could accept to receive missiles like this without doing nothing? It's not possible.
I think very sad, really very sad. I think that for Israeli don't need this kind of life.
I'm really scared about everything. I don't know how to feel about it.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has certainly scored political points with this military offensive. Even the opposition inside his unity government supports the military strikes, although they are calling for a diplomatic solution. There is, of course, a radical voice inside Israeli society who now wants to see all Gazans killed. They will be the ones at the forefront of calling for a ground offensive.
I hope so, that now they're going to do the final step about entering Gaza Strip.
I think that they should do something really radical, because I think that they're giving them like too much time, like they have the whole time to send more rockets.
But most Israelis make the distinction between Hamas, that rules Gaza, and the ordinary civilians who live there.
I think there also needs to be an opening or some kind of hope for the Palestinian residents when all of this is over. Because if at the end we're back to square one, it means we didn't do much.
Meanwhile, Israel's aerial strikes continue and people here live in fear of the next rocket fire. Paula Slier, RT, Tel Aviv.